The Cowboy. The cowboy holds the tooth, a molar, in front of Herb's face as blood soaks into his beard, tinging the gray a soft pink. The former cop looks suitably terrified and agonized, but there's something else in his eyes. Defiance.
"Something tells me you haven't learned your lesson,"
the cowboy says.
"Do I need to take another?"
The cowboy pokes the pliers into Herb's open mouth, tapping the metal tips over the man's incisors. Herb tries, comically, to push away the pliers with feeble jabs of his tongue. The cowboy considers pinching the tongue, yanking it out. But that's much more serious than it seems. The last man the cowboy tried it on choked to death on his own blood, and Yuri wasn't pleased. Plus, without proper cauterization, infection would set in. They were so close to reaching their quota, it would be counterproductive to weaken the workforce. But one more tooth won't hurt anything. Well, other than Herb. The cowboy grips a front tooth with a beautiful clink sound and begins to squeeze.
"The workers!"
The intercom booms. Yuri is pissed. He doesn't like to repeat himself.
"Saved by the bell,"
the cowboy says. The cowboy puts the tooth extractor pliers back on the wall of tools, selects a pair of small but sharp wire cutters, and walks behind Herb, pressing the vaquero into the man's back.
"Stay still, or I'll shoot your spine. You can still harvest opium while paralyzed, but trust me, you won't enjoy it as much."
The cowboy stretches up overhead, then snips the plastic band, freeing Herb's hands. The man staggers forward, then drops to his knees.
"Now, take your wire out of the floor clamp,"
the cowboy says, tucking the snips into a vest pocket and walking around to Herb's front. The ex-cop fumbles with the wire, unable to open the mechanism.
"Just squeeze the sides. It opens like a clothespin."
More fumbling. This man is incompetent. The cowboy wonders how Jack Daniels put up with him for all those years.
"Hands above your head, you idiot. Now!"
Herb raises his hands, and the cowboy presses the gun to his temple and leans down, feeling for the clamp while locking eyes. Herb's eyelids flutter, and then the weakling tilts sideways, feebly pawing at the cowboy's chest before passing out, flat on his face. The cowboy unclamps the wire, just as Herb begins to sob. "You're inhuman," Herb wails. This amuses the cowboy.
"I'm completely human. Depravity is a wholly human trait."
I can't take any more." The cowboy faces the wall of tools.
"Stop being a baby."
"I can't," Herb screeches, pounding on the floor of the train car. Then there's screaming that cuts right into the cowboy's head, threatening to squat there and cause a migraine.
"Shut up,"
the cowboy warns. Herb doesn't shut up. It's so loud it makes the cowboy's eyes ache.
"Shut up,"
the cowboy considers kicking the hell out of him. But Yuri is probably watching, getting angrier and angrier that the volunteers haven't been aired out yet. So instead of an ass-whooping, the cowboy grabs Herb's wire in a gloved hand and yanks it hard, practically jerking the cop to his feet. Herb struggles to heft up his kettlebell, and the cowboy drags the cop out of the punishment room.
"Wait until this train is mine,"
the cowboy says.
"The first thing I'm going to do is fill your mouth with razor blades and then sew your lips closed."
The threat seemed to work, because Herb instantly shut up.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.